At the end of Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 1, we got our first look at the Sekai Taikai and the teams competing in it. Part 2 is mainly going to focus on the Sekai Taikai, but we know that this tournament is like nothing we've seen before, and the Old Valley is nothing compared to this. I think that the main difference between the Sekai Taikai and the Old Valley is that this won't only be one division and the tournament is over. The Sekai Taikai will likely have many different small competitions throughout the tournament, but there will likely be 4 main competitions. The first one being the solo division, the second being the duo tournament, the third one being the sensei division, and the fourth and final one being a skills competition. The solo division has already been confirmed, but the rest of these are based on the Inside the Dojo clips that were released by Netflix. In this shot, we can see the male captain from an unknown dojo fight against a student from a different dojo. We can also see right behind him the female captain from the same dojo fighting someone else, so this most likely confirms that there will be duo fights. And seeing that the male and female captains are fighting together most likely means that the tournament will be mixed and there won't be separate division for boys and girls. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But for the Sensei tournament, I don't have any proof for this, but since this is a world tournament and the scales are so much higher, it would make sense for there to be a Sensei tournament to not only test the students but also the Sensei skills. And as for the skills division part, this is pretty obvious from the clip we see of Kwon beating everyone in the kicking challenge, and I think this will probably be the first tournament to test everyone's skills. But now that I've covered how the tournament will work, I need to talk about who I think will go through and win all of these. In the skills competition, I think the winner will either be Miyagi-Do or some random dojo that will surprise everyone and win it. And in the Sensei tournament, Johnny, Daniel, Kreese, Kim, and Chosen will most likely all get very far, but I think Cobra Kai will win this one. One of the fights that is basically confirmed to happen is Johnny versus Kreese, and I think Johnny will win this one and go through to the finals. But I don't think Daniel would do well in the tournament since he's off balance after hearing about what Mr. Miyagi did, so he will probably get knocked out in the semis or the quarters. And a fight that I really want to see, and I think that it will actually happen this season, is Kim versus Chosen. We still don't know much about how strong Kim is, but she will most likely use dirty techniques similar to the Silver Bullet to beat Chosen and then go on to the finals and beats Johnny, tying Cobra Kai with Miyagi-Do for first place. But moving on to the duos tournament, one of the fights we know of is Hawk versus a duo, as we can see in the clip from Inside the Dojo. I think Hawk and Dimitri will be fighting this one together, but Dimitri gets knocked out early, so Hawk goes on a rampage and beats the both of them by himself. And since we've already seen 2 captains on the same team, I think Robbie and Sam will be on the same team in the captains fight, and they will get to the finals to face Kwon and Tori, who are the 2 captains of Cobra Kai. But I think Kwon and Tori will win this one since I think that the 2 fighters from Cobra Kai are a lot better than the 2 from Miyagi-Do. The matchup between Robbie and Tori will definitely make Robbie distracted and he won't be able to focus, and Sam wouldn't be able to beat Tori, and Kwon and Tori would then most likely humiliate them, putting Cobra Kai in the lead. For the solo division, I think that in the starting rounds, Devin gets knocked out since she cheated her way to get into the tournament, so I don't think she really stands a chance. Dimitri will probably face Kwon in one of the early rounds, and we see how powerful Kwon really is, and he ends up humbling Dimitri and maybe even injuring him. I think Hawk will make it to the quarterfinals in a fight against Yoon, but he will end up losing it. Tori and Sam might face in the quarters also, but Tori will probably end up winning, and Miguel might get knocked out in the quarters by Kwon, but Robbie gets injured in the quarters, so Miguel fights for him in the semifinals. So the semifinalists will be Robbie, who is replaced by Miguel just for the semifinals, Tori, Kwon, and Yoon. And in the first match, Tori would fight Miguel, and Miguel would win, leading Robbie to the finals. Kwon would beat Yoon easily, which would make the finals Robbie versus Kwon, which I think that Robbie will end up winning, making Miyagi-Do the winners of the Sekai Taikai. But that's all for today's video. Let me know what you think will happen in the Sekai Taikai. Like and subscribe for more Season 6 content, and if you want to see me cover every single fight in the Sekai Taikai, go watch my series where I wrote Cobra Kai Season 6 right here.